If you want to see how I turn this into this, stay tuned. I know I've been missing in action for some time, but y'all, I had a baby. Oh my goodness. I still look at her and I'm shocked. She is the most precious little baby ever. But before we get into introductions, I want to show you guys my edges and the journey that they have been on since giving birth. So on this video, we're going to go over one of my quick and easy go-to styles that I use when I need to put my hair away and have it protected, but also I still need to nourish those edges and different areas of my scalp. So as you can see, my hair was already shampooed and detangled, and I just put it in 4 plaits. And then I'm just going in and blow drying each section so that it'll make it easier to work with. So when I did a little bit of research to find out why do we lose our edges after having a baby, they say it's due to a sudden drop in our estrogen levels after the baby's a few months old. But I sincerely think it has something to do with breastfeeding. With my first daughter, she's 24 now, I did not breastfeed her for longer than a few weeks. This was back in 2001. I was 18 at the time, and I was just wanting to get my body back and my life back, and so I didn't want to breastfeed, Well, now here we are. I'm 43, and I have this newborn, and I want to give her every good thing, And had I known better, I would have done better with my first daughter, but I want to give her every good thing, and so I've been breastfeeding, and I still am, and she's about to be 6 months. But it has done a number on my edges. This did not happen when I was 18. Granted, I am older than I was then, but I do believe it has something to do with that. So now that I'm all done blow drying, I'm going to part my leave out. And this is just the little bit of hair that I'm leaving out. The rest will be braided away for the U-part wig that I made. Now, you already know I can't go without representing Cessy's Organics. Come on, somebody. I said, come on, somebody. Hallelujah. I know the power of each ingredient that is in this organic oil. It is handcrafted with love. So if you want to order yours, go to CecilysOrganics.com and order yours today. So now we're ready to go into the braid down, and I had started braiding it, but then I took it down because I forgot to moisturize my hair. Cecilys Organics does have carrier oils inside of it already built in, so it can go on your hair, but it truly is meant and built to stimulate your hair follicle growth. So while it will make your hair soft and pliable, it does its best work on that hair follicle. That rosemary, the tea tree, it works really, really well on that follicle. So I'm just saying that because I didn't use it on my ends. I used another moisturizer on my ends and on my hair, and I didn't use a ton of it. But on my scalp, I used my Cecilys Organics. Okay, now don't get on me about this braid down. It is getting ready to be 4, maybe 5 of the biggest, chunkiest braids, because the way that I made this wig was so that I could do that. And it's not supposed to be a super flat wig. This wig has curls and body, and so the little humpiness in the back is going to be completely unnoticed. So you guys know me. I am such an encourager. I love encouraging people. Even if I'm feeling my lowest, I want to smile at somebody or, give them a word that will help them keep going. And I have been personally in a season, I don't even want to call it a season because the devil is a lie, like a time of where I've had my own struggles here recently. And as I was doing my hair this evening, I wasn't hard on myself like I usually am. I'll be braiding my hair, and if a snag comes, I'll just rip through it. And I know I wouldn't do that to a client or anybody else, but for my own self, I would just be extra rough, because it's like, no, you can take it. You got it. And this evening, I just took my time. If I slowed it down to the normal speed, you would see me being very gentle and very intentional about how I'm treating myself, because I realized like from what I'm experiencing right now, I deserve some kindness too. And sometimes we look for other people to be kind to us, and you just have to be kind to yourself. And so that's my encouragement for today. For everybody who is like me, a get up and goer, a person who is just a self-starter, and you are the person everyone calls on. You are the person that people look to. I just want to encourage you to really, and I'm not saying love on yourself in a way of like, oh, get a pedicure and a manicure. Like, that's beautiful too. But actually be gentle with yourself. Be kind to yourself, and be super intentional with how you speak to yourself. Mark chapter 12, verse 30 says, love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, with all your mind, and with all your strength. And the second command is this, to love your neighbor as yourself. It says there is no other commandment greater than these. So it's interesting. We always just say, love your neighbor, but it says as yourself. So we have to be loving us very well, and taking those moments and being still, sometimes sitting in whatever we're feeling, whatever we're going through, and giving ourselves the encouragement that we would give to someone else. So those 3 notches that I had pulled out of each section that I braided on the sides and the middle, you see, I'm just going in and I'm doing little braids, and I'm not going to braid it all the way down. I just want to braid it like halfway. And the reason I created that little section is for my combs. So I have these combs inside of my wig, and I want to have a space that it can dig into that won't slide all the way down. So if the notches weren't there, then I would put the combs in to my hair that's braided, and my hair is super soft up there, so it'll just slide down. Whereas these braids keep it from doing that. And so I've seen people do rubber bands as well, but I've just said, no, let me just do a little braid, and then I can pull it into the rest of the braids at the end. Okay, so now I'm going back in with my Cessy Organics on the rest of my hair. And if you look at my edges, you notice there's no tension on these edges, none whatsoever. Even when I braided around the front, I braided very, very gently. The goal was actually to leave some hair out, but I didn't want to have to put heat on it, so I decided to braid it all up. So this is my Saturday night prep for Sunday. So I'm ready to go to sleep now, and then in the morning we'll get started. It's morning. So this is the wig that I made. I don't have a video on how I made this wig, but if you want to see how I made it, then if you guys just hit me up in the comments, then I'll do a video on that. But it's just a U-part wig that I made, and I'm going to clip it into place. And you see I did the big curls with my T3 curling iron, and it's so pretty. I try not to mess with the curls too much because I knew it was going to be kind of a hot day. So I'm ready for the wig install, but before we do that, I want to put something on these edges. So you guys know I really moisturized them with my Ttys Organics last night, and I am now going to use this braid lock and twist gel by African Pride. This stuff it's amazing. I got it it's on Amazon, so I'll have it in my Amazon storefront for you guys so you can pick it up. But I love how firm the hold is. It has a really nice smell. And I know it looks like I'm combing hard, but I'm not. I'm combing very, very gently. And that's why I'm going over it so many times, because I am being light-handed with my edges. So now that my edges are done, I'm ready to pull this wig out. As you can see, I have combs inside, and I'm just going to flip and put that top comb right inside that little braid that I created. And then you see that braid, I'm going to go ahead and slide that comb right inside of that one. Boom. And then the other braid, slide that comb right in there. And that way, like I said, it's not going to slide down on me. Now, I don't know about y'all, but when I'm getting ready for church, I like to praise. So I have this song on called Only God Can Do It by Renee Winston. She starts off by saying, God can do anything but fail. Hey. And then she said, do it. Only God can do it. Hey. Hey. Hold on while I shout. So I'm just simply curling my little leave out. And as you can see, I'm not silking it out first. I don't want it bone straight. I don't want my leave out to be trained. You know, I love my curls. So I just kind of go over it once or twice and that's it. Run my fingers through and I am ready for outside. But I have a little surprise for you guys. Look it. You see my baby? She made her little cameo. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.